Guess who's back? Guess who's back in full effect? I've been gone for like another week, taking care of business, but I have so much to talk to you guys about, and this was long overdue. So, King Cannabis sponsor, I got to say that really quick. And let me tell you the subject matter. I'll be talking about the Cardi B throwing her wig situation. That's definitely a trending topic I'll be talking about. Kawhi Leonard goes to the Clippers. Definitely going to be talking about that. Little Mermaid, Under the Sea. Going to be talking about that as well. What is it called? It's called Not My Ariel hashtag. We'll be talking about that. Definitely got to touch bases on that. The Disneyland fight. So much trending stuff happened I have to catch up with, but definitely going to talk about that because that has to be discussed. Also, last but not least, I'm going to talk about my childhood memories. That's going to be super, super insanely funny. Super funny, right? So, what do I usually do? I say something that I usually say. I say, KBOP LOC, thank you all for rocking with me in the World Up. Mad Vlad Bad.
This is gonna feel real good, alright? Most dope. Everybody please put a thumb in the air.
Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some crazy ass kids coming like up on your door, so let 'em in.
Yo, this show gonna be insane. One of my better shows. This was gonna be, it's been forever since I've been here, so this is gonna be a crazy, crazy good show. I'm super amped up, turned up, if you will. This is gonna be a good one, y'all. This is gonna be a good one. So, yeah, let me get back. Let me get into this. So, first off, I want to say thank you, my listeners, for sticking by me. I've been gone for like a week. I think about a week. No more than, I think it's about a week. Was it 2 weeks? Maybe it was 2 weeks. But I think it was a week. I'm going to say a week. Of course, naturally, I'll say a week. Anyway, let's get into this. Yeah, so much to talk to you guys about. This is crazy. So much happened. I've been trying to get to this podcast since like forever, but I've been so busy taking care of all kind of business. But I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad I'm back in full effect. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Trending topics. Real Talk with Vlad Brad. Real Talk with Zach Morrison, actually. Real Talk with Zach Morrison. Another episode, another fiery lit, turned up episode that's gonna be insane. That's gonna be crazy. Okay, dude, get into it already. You said all that already. Get into it. Okay, I'm going to talk about the Cardi B throwing her wig. And I'm not going to talk about this too long. I'm not going to talk about it too long, but I'm just going to talk about it for a quick second because I have other stuff I want to talk about. Yeah, Cardi B threw her wig in an audience. I believe she was at a performance and she had a fake wig on naturally. She threw the wig and she said the wigs are expensive, so she wanted to get the wig back. Cardi B, let me give you a word of advice. I understand you're trying to be real, and then I know you kind of mixed up. You're not sure if you want to be Hispanic or if you want to be black. You're really kind of not sure. But yeah, just a word of advice: keep your wig on your head, because if you throw it in an audience, 100 times out of 100, you're not going to get it back. You have a better chance of finding a needle in a haystack to getting your wig back, because if it's expensive like you said it is, if it's expensive like you said it was, you're not going to get it back. People are going to either use it, put it on eBay. In fact, you'll get it back if you get it back off of eBay, because they're definitely going to sell it. Me personally, I wouldn't buy it, but your fans. You have fans. Your fans will put on eBay, or they'll keep it for some type of memento or some type of souvenir to say, yeah, this is Cardi B's. One time I was at a concert with Cardi B and she threw her wig, and here I have her wig now. Like, they'll say that, because fans can be stan-like, they can be over Stanish, if you will. Like, dude, get back to the subject matter. Why are you singing Eminem right now? But yeah, Cardi B, I definitely have to say that. You have more sense than that. You have more, I believe you have more common sense than that, because, that's why you married Offset. You hooked up with Offset. because you don't want anybody to take your money. You didn't hook up with nobody broke because you know if you would have married somebody broke, they would have took your money. So you do have some common sense, but now you're throwing your wigs in the audience. What were you, high on drugs or something? Get your life together, Cardi B. I mean, get it together. Get it together, Cardi B. But I'm done. I'm done with that. Done talking about the Cardi B situation. Okay. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about really fast is, for those of you guys that don't know, I am on the West Coast. And by West Coast, I mean I'm in California. By California, I mean I'm in Southern California. Southern California. So yeah, we had an earthquake. We had an earthquake here in Southern California. Was it? I mean, from this podcast date. And before I say that, happy 4th of July for all you guys that celebrate 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. I hope you guys had a good 4th of July. Dude, that's so late. That was like forever ago. But yeah, I haven't did a podcast since then. So that's why I have to tell you guys happy 4th of July. And hope you guys were responsible and you're celebrating the 4th of July. Hope you guys were. At least I know I was. So anyway, back to the subject matter. Earthquake. We had a few earthquakes. Actually, we had one. We had an actual earthquake, and then we had an aftershock, which is, the weird thing is, the aftershock was bigger than the actual earthquake itself. So, reason why I'm covering this subject matter, because both, I'm gonna tell you where I was at when both the earthquakes happened. When the earthquake happened, the aftershock happened. When the first one happened, I was at home, kind of chilling, pretty much like I'm doing now. You know, I was at home, kind of relaxing a little bit, and when I was relaxing, I felt like some type of shaking. I said, "What is it? What is this?" But the cool thing about me is, you know, I'm always alert and assertive, you know, and I'm in fairly good shape. So, the first thing that came to mind, I instantaneously knew it was earthquake. And I told myself, okay, don't panic. And this one, I was by myself. And I said, okay, don't panic. And, I told myself not to panic, and I didn't panic. And I said, okay, I'm going to need important paperwork, stuff that I'm going to need for work, and stuff I'm going to need for like other business matters, my podcast stuff. I was already packing. I had my backpack packed, shoes on. I said, I'm going to need a few clothing. So I had a few items of clothing, and I was out the door. You know what I mean? Like, I was out the door within 5 minutes. So it ended up stopping. I said, so when it stopped, I stopped. I stopped when earthquake stopped. I stopped. I said, okay. I think we have some closure. We have peace. Okay. And, I said, all right, yeah, cool. So when I stopped, I went back in and unpacked and did everything I had to do, you know, because me personally, if there's an earthquake, if it's a massive earthquake, I'd rather be outside. I'd rather be outside in the street, because that way, not in the middle of the street where cars are at, but like on the sidewalks probably. Because like, you know, if the earth cracks, right, I can avoid a crack. I go, oh, look at the ground. Oh, let me step there. You know what I mean? I can move fast. I have a massive amount of agility. So if it happened and I'm outside in the street, again, not in the actual street, but like on a sidewalk, and if I see cracks, I can merely move out the way of the crack and stay on solid ground, a solid foundation, if you will. So that was my whole plan, is to like, I didn't want to like be inside of any building, because the building may cave in and collide and fall. So my whole point was to be outside. That way, if the earthquake does happen, I could kind of like be on a solid ground. And again, I can avoid cracks. Like if any cracks start cracking under my feet, I can just instantaneously move out the way, move back and forth, and kind of just like go from there. You know what I mean? So, that was my plan. And when I was implementing my plan, it seemed to be coming together quite efficiently. So, but the earthquake stopped and I was relieved. I'm sure everybody else was relieved who was out here. So yeah, that was that. But that was my first experience with the earthquake. That was the first experience. But I'm gonna tell you my second experience. You know, I was in a movie theater when a second earthquake happened. And when I was in a movie theater, I was watching a movie. I'm thinking of the movie was called what movie was I watching? Oh, it was Midsummer. The movie was called Midsummer. I was watching Midsummer, and when I was watching a movie, right? You know, I thought maybe it was some type of special effect. I'm like, oh, how cool is this? Look at the special effect. Oh, wow. You know, and it took me like maybe about a good 6 to 7 seconds I'll even say 10 seconds. Better yet, I'll say it took me like about 10 seconds to realize, wait a minute, this is an earthquake. So, here's one thing for all my listeners, here's one thing to know about me. Here's one thing to know about Zach Morrison, Vlad Brad, if you will. I'm not I don't like to conform. I'm not a conformist. I try to have a individual mindset. I try not to think like how everybody else thinks. Like example, I'm still on the subject matter. Don't get me wrong. Still on the same subject matter. Still on the subject matter about the earthquake, but I got to say this really fast. Okay. When it comes summertime, right? When summertime happens, my phone just completely rung and I sent it to voicemail because I'm doing this off of my phone, and naturally they'll call when I'm doing my podcast. Naturally. Anyway, what I usually do, right? I mean, no, back to what I was saying. Here's how everybody thinks when it comes to like a situation like, you know, in general, everybody thinks this is how everybody thinks. I try not to think about everybody else. Like let's say summertime, right? People say, I need that summertime, but everybody want to hit the gym. Everybody want to hit the gym when it comes summertime, right? They want to, or close to summer. Everybody want to go to the gym. Everybody want to work out. Conform mindset. Everybody conforming. The conform mindset. That's one way, right? That's one way. Here's another way everybody thinks alike. Let's say Christmas is coming up, right? Everybody want to do the last minute shopping. Oh, let me go do some last minute Christmas shopping. Oh my gosh. Oh, Christmas. And everybody think they're thinking they're the only one thinking that, right? They think they're the only one thinking that. So what they'll do is, right, everybody thinking the exact same thing, but they don't think that everybody else is thinking like they're thinking. Yes, everybody's doing the same thing. That's another way everybody think and they think the exact same way. Let me give you another scenario how everybody think the exact same way, right? But they think they're the only ones thinking this. Here's another scenario, right? Let's say, crap, I just forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Let's say, a picnic, right? Everybody picnic. Let's say Memorial Day picnic. Everybody, let's go to picnic. Let's go to the park. Let's go do this. Like everybody want to go to the park. They want to crowd, let's say concert, right? Everybody want to crowd the concert. Okay, let's go to concert around this certain time. And, instead of just getting prepared early, everybody like to think last minute, prepare later. There's other situations, I can't think of them all, but basically you guys know where I'm coming from. Everybody think the exact same way, right? Now, back to the earthquake situation. Here's another reason. Here's another way everybody think the exact same way, right? When I was in the movie theater, everybody started panicking. You know, people started panicking. They were like starting to get up, walk out the theater, and they were getting ready to bombard the exits. So I was, I told myself and, those that are around me, I said, calm down. Do not panic. Calm down. Do not panic. Just kind of, because I see everybody panicking around me. I'm the only one who remain calm. In a situation like that, if you're in a movie theater in an earthquake catch you slipping, right? It catch you right when you're in a movie theater. First off, here's what's going to happen. If you're in a place, it don't even have to be a movie theater. If you could be in a place of business, any kind of place, right? The first thing to do is not to panic. If you're in the theater, your best bet, they have the seats, right? They have the seats. Get under a seat because they have cushions under the seat. Just get under the seat because, stuff's going to start colliding down on you, right? So at least they give you a better chance to survive and you don't have to worry about no rocks cracking your head open. Because if you're under a cushion, at least, you can at least kind of dig your way out. Just because you're going to get trampled or you're going to trample others trying to, oh my gosh, running and panicking for the theater. All that panicking you're doing, you're going to get trampled. Everybody else going to get trampled. And while the building is shaking, the building's going to shake. It's going to fall down on you. All the stuff's going to come down on you. You're not going to have enough time to get out because here's the thing. Let's assume, you're Usain Bolt or somebody. Like let's say you're the fastest guy in the world. Usain Bolt, right? Let's say you can get out there in a dash, but here's what's going to happen. You have other people in movie theaters who's not in good shape. You have people who are who are completely out of shape. You have women and children. So they're going to be in your way. They're going to be in your way. So you got to get out. They're going to be trying to run. They're going to try to run too. And they're going to slow you up. So you got to get past all these slow people. And you got to worry about the building colliding down on you all at the same time. So 9 times out of 10, you're not going to make it out alive. You know what I mean? So your best bet is to get under some cushion and then once the earthquake and hope that it's not like a 10.10 earthquake. You know what I mean? So just be hopeful. But if it's not, a little bit of stuff's going to come down on you. You're going to be under a cushion. So once it's all said and done, once it stopped, you can kind of dig your way out and head for the exit after everything is said and done. You see what I mean? So you have to think with precision. You have to think with clarity, given the circumstances, given situations. Like the thing is, cooler heads prevail. And that's just what it comes down to. Cooler heads prevail. Do not panic. And you'll be safe if you don't panic. At least you're going to be safe to the best of your ability if you do not panic. So that's my advice for, earthquake prevention and me. But I've always been cool under pressure. I've always been cool and collected under pressure. I've been like that my whole life. But, everybody think panic. Everybody think chaos. Everybody think anarchy. Everybody think it's like, here's everybody. You know what I should have did? I'm going to tell you exactly what I should have did. I'm going to tell you what I should have did because all you guys are conformists anyway. All you guys conform. The first thing you do is panic. You know what I should have did? I should have said, oh my God, it's crazy as hell. It's pandemonium. It's all kinds of pandemonium. Earthquake. I should have been the first one to make everybody panic. You know what I mean? And as soon as somebody said something, everybody else would have went up in an uproar. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell. It's pandemonium. It's all kind of crazy. It's madness. All kinds of pandemonium. That's what I should have did. But I didn't do that. And, the earthquake didn't happen. I mean, it happened, but it wasn't like it was the aftershock. The aftershock is when I was in a movie theater and it didn't get to the point to where nobody had to leave the theater, even though people got out their seats, scared to leave immediately. They were starting to panic. So everybody think the same thing. Everybody think panic. That's why it's good. Here's the more of the story. More of the story is don't have a conformist mindset. If you have a conformist mindset and think just like everybody else thinks, you're going to go into panic and you're going to go into shock and chaos just like everybody else does. Try to think individualized. Try to be your own individual. Try to think unlike everybody else thinks. So yeah. But everybody's okay. There was no casualties during the earthquake. If it was, it would have been all over the news. So yeah. That's all I got to say about that matter, about the earthquake matter. Real talking Vlad Brad. So yeah. Other subject matter, another trendy topic I gotta talk about really fast. I'm not gonna go into too many trendy topics, but it's so much that I forgot to cover. It's so much that I didn't get a chance to cover with you guys because I was gone for a long time. Gone for like a week, 2 weeks, like I said. It's been a while, so I gotta cover something else really quick. Gotta talk about Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers. Definitely got to talk about that because naturally I'm in Southern California, Los Angeles. Why not? Screw it. I'm in Los Angeles, right? People are wondering what Kawhi Leonard was going to do. Like, okay, where's he going to go? Come on. I hope he goes to the Lakers. I hope he goes to the Lakers. Oh my gosh. I hope Kawhi goes to the Lakers. And the thing is, people are wondering, okay, dude, why did he leave Toronto Raptors? Why did he leave the Raptors? The Raptors. I said the Raptors. The Rappers. No, the Raptors. He left the Toronto Raptors, and here's what people wondering. Dude, that dude's an idiot. Dude, he just won a championship. Dude, the Toronto Raptors they're the NBA champions for, the 2019 NBA champions, and he left the Toronto Raptors. Dude, why would you do that after you won a championship with him? Dude, are you crazy? Like, why? He's an idiot for that. That's what they think, right? But you know what? Here's the thing about Kawhi. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna talk about this too long, but I gotta say this. Kawhi Leonard, right? He whether he won a championship or not, he was going to leave the Toronto Raptors, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why he was going to leave. Be that as it may, right? Myself, being in Lansing, Michigan, as long as I was. You said, what does Lansing, Michigan have to do with this? We were just talking about Kawhi Leonard. Dude, stay on the subject matter. This is the subject matter. It's completely subject matter. I'm not going off the subject matter. I lived in Lansing, Michigan, of course, my childhood and growing up and everything else, but I'm in Los Angeles now. So when I was in Lansing, Michigan itself pretty much is right next door to Toronto. Right next door. Just like California is right next door to Mexico. Michigan is right next door to Toronto. So for those of you want to look at your maps or look at the world maps, whatever, Go look at your maps and you'll see what I'm saying is authentic. It's the truth. So I've been to Toronto quite a few times. I've been there. Toronto's a beautiful city. It's very beautiful, very scenic. The people are awesome. Very awesome people in Toronto. They speak French, but I mean, Canadian French, but Toronto it's kind of, it's vaguely English based. I mean, you have Quebec and you have the other places. I mean, I've never been to Quebec, but I've been to Toronto a few times. I mean, more than a few times. I can count on two hands how many times I've been to Toronto. So with that being said, here's the thing, right? And here's what I believe. I'm more than sure why Kawhi Leonard didn't want to stay in Toronto. And I'm going to tell you why. Like I said, beautiful city, awesome people, because I'm sure I have Toronto listeners. You guys are beautiful, beautiful people. The food is just insanely delicious. I love the food. But here's the thing, right? If you're an American, Kawhi Leonard, he's an American. He grew up in Southern California somewhere. I visited Toronto, I went visiting, I know I wasn't going to be there. My duration was going to be short being there. So, I mean, it was easy for me to just leave. But if you're going to be a Toronto Raptor, if you're going to be for some type of team, if you're going to live there as an American, you have to readjust your life. And the living is kind of awkward if you're an American. Like, say, for example, I'm going to name a few things. Like, like here in America, we have milk cartons. We have cartons of milk. They come in like plastic containers. They have bags of milk. It comes in like bags, and that's just one. And then the television, right? It's a lot of French on the television, like French Canadian television. So when I was there, I had to, try to find something English to listen to. So the living is kind of. To visit is beautiful. To visit is beautiful. If you're going to visit Toronto, it's awesome. It's very beautiful to visit Toronto. However, if you're going to live there, you have to do a whole bunch of readjusting your life and try to adjust to the culture and readjust to the living if you're an American. So I think Kawhi didn't want to do that. I think he did enough of that, and it just overwhelmed him. It overwhelmed him, and he just didn't want to live. It's a great place to visit. Great place to visit, but living there, it's very unorthodox for an American to live there. You have to, again, readjust. I mean, and honestly, I don't know how immigrants do it. Like, I honestly don't know. It must be really terrible where you're at for an immigrant to readjust to live into this American lifestyle and culture. Me as an American growing up here is easy for me. I mean, it's easy for anybody growing up in your own country to live with your traditions and live, how you live. So I think that's why Kawhi left. That's why he left Toronto, because he had to adjust his living. And it makes sense, man. I mean, I don't blame him. Honestly, don't blame him. But I mean, I wish Toronto Raptors nothing but the best and success for the future endeavors. Hope they win more championships. Of course, I didn't say that during the time when, and that's dude, you didn't say that. You weren't even saying that during the time you were totally rooting for Golden State. Now you say, dude, you're bullcrapping us, dude. But no, that's how I honestly feel. I mean, during a competitive time, naturally you're going to roll with your team, but that's over with and cooler head prevails again. And, Kawhi did what's best for him in terms of his peace of mind and how he's going to live. So with that being said, I'm going to say, people are wanting to why didn't Kawhi go to the Lakers, dude? Like, people want him to go to the Lakers. Why didn't he go to the Lakers, team up with LeBron and team up with, Anthony Davis, dude? Why didn't he do that? I mean, come on, dude. Like, why would he go to Clippers instead? I'm going to tell you exactly why. I mean, honestly, I kind of wanted him to go to the Clippers. I wanted Kawhi Leonard to go to, I wanted Kawhi Leonard to go to the Lakers initially. But when I found he went to the Clippers, I wasn't mad at that either. Because here's the thing. I said, you know what? LeBron James is regarded as the best player in, basketball right now. Even though he didn't win the championship, he didn't even make it to the playoffs, he's still regarded as the best player in the league. So Kawhi Leonard, I think in the back of his mind, way back in his own mind, he wants to be the best. He think, dude, I'm the best. I'm the best player. If I team up with LeBron James, then I'm gonna have to play the background, and I'm not gonna be able to show that I'm the better player. So I'm gonna, if I go, I can exalt my throne above. Dude, you forgot his name. I can exalt my throne above LeBron James. Yeah, I can do that. And then I show that I'm the best player. So I think it's all a competitive element. He just wants to be competitive, and I respect the competitive nature. I mean, a healthy competitive nature is nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't get obsessive. But I mean, you're getting paid millions of dollars, gazillions of dollars to play basketball and show that you're the best. Then, by all means, go for it. I'm looking forward to the next season, the next NBA season. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah. So Kawhi, it's time for you to put your money where your mouth is. You didn't team up with the Lakers because you didn't want to play with LeBron. The reason why you didn't want to play with LeBron, you want to show that you're better than LeBron. And that's exactly why you did it. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So yes, Kawhi, I know that's why you did it. So okay. Back to what I was saying. More of the story is the competitive element is why Kawhi didn't play with LeBron. And I'm done with that subject matter. Let's get on to the next subject matter I'm going to talk about. And I did a YouTube video about this, but I haven't premiered it yet. It hasn't been premiered. It hasn't been uploaded yet. I'm going to talk about this next subject matter. And this is not my Ariel. Hashtag not my Ariel. That's what it is. About the Little Mermaid situation. Yeah. So again, I did a YouTube video about it, and it's going to be, my YouTube video is going to be really, really cool. My editing is really just took a massive upgrade. So, you guys go check that out. The World of Vlad Brad, YouTube channel. If you haven't already, definitely check it out. But I'm going to talk about it right here on my podcast as well. Going to talk about this on my podcast. So here goes, right? First, before I even say anything else, I'm going to give you my opinion and how I feel in terms of, they're like, oh, dude, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Like, how do you feel about the Little Mermaid and a black chick playing Little Mermaid? How do you feel about it? I'm going to tell you my personal opinion. And then after I tell you my personal opinion, I'm definitely going to get more in detail as to how I feel about the, hashtag not my Ariel. I'm gonna get into that as well. Now, personal opinion, how do I feel? Young black chick playing Ariel. Okay, I'm gonna say, okay, how I feel about it. I personally feel that, and, I personally feel that, I feel as though they should, I feel they should have got an actress, I feel as though they should have got an actress that resembles the character. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't think the female that they got to play the Little Mermaid, I feel as though that she was not right for the role. They should have got somebody who resembled the Little Mermaid character. And he's like, dude, are you kidding me right now? I can't believe you just said that. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, you're so foul. And I can imagine black people. Oh, hell no. No, he just did. No, hell no. I can imagine black people saying, oh no, he didn't, girl. No, he didn't just say that. Okay, let me just tell you why. Let me tell you why. Before I get judged and scrutinized, I'm gonna tell you why. Lots of explanation for it. Again, I don't think that, dude. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Okay, first, the I believe her name is Halle Bailey. Halle Bailey, right? I think she's beautiful. I think she's beautiful young lady. I think she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, very pretty. Halle Bailey. However, Little Mermaid is an iconic character. She's super duper iconic. And the thing is, that was the first like Disney cartoon to hit over 100 million, like in a box office. So it was like a mega world smash hit. That was the first mega world smash hit. So I think when you have mega smash hits like that, it's best to stick to the original format instead of switching it up. So I generally feel that way. I'm not tripping. Like, I don't care about the race of the person. It could have been somebody Chinese, it could have been somebody Vietnamese. It could have been somebody who's Hindu, regardless of what the female's nationality was. I still feel as though they should have stuck with the original format of the character, because the fact the character is so nostalgic and a bunch of the old heads, right? And here's the thing, right? Speaking of that, okay, again, like it's a bunch of the old heads, like the old females who are saying this. You know, I mean, dare I say older white females, because you know, you have a lot of younger generation people who are like 20 and under who they don't even know, they don't even remember that. Like, you know, I mean, I even asked myself, dude, were you born? Were you born when that came out? Like, I mean, honestly, you know, I don't even know if I was born when that came out. Maybe I was, who knows? But the thing about it is this, you know, like, again, the fact it's a nostalgic character, and the fact the character's still nostalgic, and people want to go back to it, bring them back to their childhood. And that's why they went to the person they chose to play the Ariel. It does not remind them of their childhood. And that's why, you know, that's why people are kind of like, you know, bummed out or salty because they didn't get an Ariel who looks like the actual Ariel. Dude, it's just a fictional character. Like, who cares? It's just a dude. Ariel's fictional. They could have got anybody to play her. She's so dude. She's so fictional. Dude, why do you even give her crap? Why do anybody give her crap? She's fictional. Exactly. She's fictional. So it shouldn't be as big as people made it. That hashtag not my Ariel. That is so not cool. I think that, you know, for you lame brains of this beautiful young lady, you guys are idiots. All you guys are idiots for dissing her because she's a beautiful girl and she's a good actress. She's a good singer. So that was wrong for you guys to diss the way you guys did. Even though, I mean, again, like I said, I feel they should have got the Ariel to look like the actual character, but it's not that serious. You know what I mean? It's not that serious. That's just an opinion of mine based on the nostalgia of the character. But honestly, I'm not going to lose a week of sleep over because it's not that big of a deal because the character's fictional. You see what I mean? So, I'm not going to bash the movie. You see what I mean? I'm not going to bash it. Oh, I hate that movie. Gosh, I can't believe that. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Oh! Like, I'm not going to do that. You see what I mean? It's wrong. I still support the movie, and I think people should go see the movie. You know, and here's the thing about it. And speaking of the movie, let's talk about the movie. Here's what Disney did. Here's what the people who did the hiring for the process, because, you know, her name was Holly Bailey. Holly Bailey, she booked the gig. She booked the gig. And, that's why they got her. She booked the gig. And here's what they said, right? The people who are doing the casting process, when she auditioned for they said, okay, yeah, here's what we're going to do. You got the gig. Holly Bailey, you got the gig. We're going to pick you. You know why? Because, you look nothing like the character. And, we have no idea why you even come audition anyway for the character. What were you thinking when you auditioned? But we don't care what you're thinking. You're going to get the gig. You know why? Because we're going to give you the gig because people are going to talk about the movie. Yeah. We're going to get people to talk about the movie. And that's why we got you to, you're going to get we're going to get you you got the part. And they told her that, right? So then that's the whole point, is a marketing employee. It's a marketing employee. It's a marketing scheme to get people to talking about the movie. Because let's assume they got somebody who looked like the actual character to get the movie, to do the movie. Nobody would talk about it. It would have been like another movie came out, because look how many remakes they did. I mean, how many remakes they're doing. They did the Aladdin remake. They did the Lion King, and God knows what else they're going to remake. So now they're doing Little Mermaid. The old Disney back in the day nostalgia movies, they were remaking them. So they said, okay, we need people to talk about it. It would have been another remake and it wouldn't have got any kind of buzz. It wouldn't have got that much buzz. So they need people to talk about the movie. So they said, we're going to get the little black girl to do the movie because we need people to talk about it. And that's what you guys are doing. You guys are hashtagging that in my area. You guys are talking about it with the hashtagging and everything else. But they remake movies anyway. I'm going to discuss some of it on my YouTube. But, look at Batman, for example. Look at Batman. I believe, they got, Steven Dorff. Steven Dorff did, no, dude. Steven Dorff didn't do Pat. There's not Steve. You talking about Christian? Dude, get your actors together, dude. They got Christian Bale. Christian Bale's a Batman. They even had, let me see, Christian Bale. They even got, Ben Affleck. He's the newest Batman. Ben Affleck. Who else they had as Batman? And let's see, Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was a Batman. And I forgot the original Batman, the first original Batman. It's basically they switched up so many Batmans they switched up. So yeah, I mean, they constantly remake movies. Same with the Spider-Man. They had, Tom Holland, I believe his name. I could be wrong, or something Holland. And then they had, I'm talking about for the movie. Who's the other guy? Crap, do you forget names? Crap, I forgot the dude's name. His name is, Crap. Dude, what is a Batman name? Dude, think, use your brain. Use the brain that you have. Think about the Batman. I can't think of it. I mean, Spider-Man. Think about the Spider-Man. I can't think of the dude name. I can't think of the new. But basically, they had different Spider-Mans. Basically, something Holland. I think it's dude Tom Holland. But there's another dude before that. What was the dude name? Crap. I said. Well, if you go to my YouTube, right? I said his name. I remember his name on my YouTube. But basically, I had different Spider-Man. You guys know where I'm coming from. So, basically, what they'll do. They'll eventually remake The Little Mermaid. And they'll go back to the original format. Originally. So, they just want people. They want to get a buzz going around it. And that's basically what it is. I can't think of the guy's name. I really can't think of the dude's name. His name is, what's the dude name who played, Spider-Man? He was Spider-Man for a really long time. And then they switched him up. And then they switched that dude up. Different Spider-Mans. Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire is his name. Yes, Tobey Maguire. Dude, you did it. Yes, Tobey Maguire. Okay, yeah. They had Tobey Maguire was he was like Spider-Man for a long time. Then they switched up Tobey Maguire for another dude. Then they switched up that dude for Tom Welling, I believe his name is. So yeah, they switch up characters all the time. You know what I mean? So that's just what they do. I mean, they just kind of gave it a run with a black female, and just to get you guys talking. But for all you guys to call her names, all you old heads, all you old white chicks to call her names, that's not cool. So wrong. I mean, if you're gonna hashtag not my area, okay, fine, do your hashtags. That you're entitled to your opinion, but it's wrong to call her names. Calling her names is so not right. I just think that she's just trying to make a living. And she's booked a gig. So, I mean, either gonna, and like I was saying, like I said, I'm not gonna give up too much of my YouTube, but like I said, you talk with you let your money do the talking. Your money do the talking. And instead of talking the trash about the girl, this is what you do. Just simply don't go see the movie. You know what I mean? Just like, there've been other movies that flopped, you guys want to know, this is how movies flop. You want to do, how does a movie flop? I wonder what caused a movie to flop? Like, what caused a movie to flop that, they put all the production and the time and all the writing and everything else, waking up in the mornings and all the constant acting and hiring and everything else. And what caused all the movie to flop? What caused it to flop? What caused a movie to flop, and when no one goes to see it? Hardly no one goes to see a movie. The movie flops. So let your money do the talking. If you don't like the movie, you don't like the character in the movie, just simply don't go see the movie. You know what I mean? And your money will talk. The lack thereof of money will talk. You know what I mean? Because that's pretty much how it works. And yeah. So done with that. Done talking about the Ariel situation under the sea. Oh, under the ocean, without the motion, take it from me. I love Sebastian. Sebastian was a really awesome character. Yes, Sebastian sucks, and you didn't do the lyrics right, dude. That's not nothing. The lyrics don't even go like that, dude. Yes, Sebastian is absolute. So what? So what if not Sebastian? Do I even argue with you? So whatever, dude. Okay, whatever. Back to the subject matter. Okay. Speaking of Disneyland and Disneyland made movies. Disneyland. I gotta talk about another trending subject matter. Dude, you doing all trending today or what? Do you talking about all trending? Dude, get off the trending. This is the last trending thing I'm gonna talk about. And what it is it was a Disneyland fight. I don't know if you guys seen it. It was a fight at Disneyland. It was a family fought in Toontown. I believe it was Disneyland for sure, but it was a place inside of Disneyland called Toon World or Toontown. It was a fight, and you know what? I don't even know where to start talking about this fight, but I'm going to start and I'm going to talk about it. First, all them people were from Los Angeles. Those people who had to fight, from what I understand, they were from. And I did some groundwork and I did some research. Groundwork and research. Basically. Okay, I'm going to break it down to you. It was like this black family, and they were. It was a massive fight, and I did how I researched it. To start off, it was okay. It was. I'm gonna name all the characters I was in because that's all. There are a bunch of characters. There's a bunch of clowns and characters. So I'm gonna name the people who played a role and a part who took place in this fight. First, it was a brother, right? it was one brother, and it was some dude arguing with his sister. So the family member, it was a brother. No, it was a mom. It was a mom, her two daughters, and her son, and her son's girlfriend. Yes, that's what happened. Yes. So, what initially from what I understand when I looked at the video, what caused a fight was, it was a brother in his sister's face. He was in his sister's face, and I believe he yelled at her and told her something along the effect of "Don't disrespect my daughter." And then when he said that, he was talking in her face. He was spitting in her face, but not. I mean, when people, they spit when they talk. It's like a reflect. I mean, just like a imp. I don't know. So he was spit talking in her face out of anger. And I understand she said, "Don't spit in my face." And he said, "Well, don't disrespect my daughter." And he was yelling at her like that. And then she actually spit in his face, like she intentionally spit in the dude's face. And when she spit in his face, which was her brother. Spit in her brother's face. A fight ensued after that. So it was like a fight. And once the fight ensued, they were fighting. So he started punching on her. So then the chick, the female was again, the dude who was beating up his sister, her boyfriend was there. He was like a heavy-set, bald-headed black dude, right? So then them two start fighting, and dude like, "Yo, let's fight. You want to fight? Come on, let's go." So he's trying to fight that dude, and the other dude trying to fight the other dude. And I'm like, okay, wow, right? So they're fighting. So they're fighting, right? And so they're fighting. So they're fighting or whatever. So after that happened, the dude's girlfriend, the heavy set, one of the heavy set, because they're both were heavy set and black. One was bald and black. The other one had a little hair on his head. And he was black, right? So anyway, so they're fighting, right? So then the chick jump. He punches the other boyfriend, the boyfriend of the girl who, the boyfriend of the bigger girl. He punches the girlfriend of the whatever. Anyway, so now they're fighting. The big fight ensued, and so then after that happened, I guess, the girl who was with the guy who started the fight, she started going berserks and just, started yelling and instigating the fight or whatever. So then she was standing by the dude's mom. I'm not going to go too much into this. Basically, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to recite the whole entire fight as it happened, but I'm going to say this much. After that happened or whatever, so I guess the girlfriend of the guy who initiated the fight, she tried to fight for the dude again. She was standing by the dude mom, and then the dude mom, and basically here's what I want to say, right? The mom, and I noticed this about most black mothers. Now, I mean, here's what I mean by black mothers, right? Like you have these. And you have old black grandmoms, right? You have these old black grandmoms. It don't even, and not even grandmoms. It could be moms too. Like a lot of the ones that are handicapped or say they're weak somehow. I noticed this a lot in urban black communities based on my experience when I've seen they like to get in the middle of fights and break stuff up. They'd be the main one in the middle, right? They have no business in the middle. They have no business trying to break up anybody's fight because a lot of times they're wheelchair bound, they're handicapped, and they try to get if siblings fight or people fight, right? They'd be the first ones in the middle of it trying to break it up. They'd be the first ones knowing you have no idea. Use common sense. Why would you even do that? You old, this for all you old grandmoms, for all you old, not even the old grandmas. I mean, y'all too. You're definitely you old black grandmoms. Just you guys, not just you guys, but the older moms, just moms, period. If you know you're handicapped, you're weak, you have no business trying to break up anybody's fight. You see what I mean? Your best bet is to call the cops, call the authorities. But you know what they do? They'll try to get in the middle of it anyway. They'll try to get in the middle of the fight. No, you have no audacity doing that. What were you thinking? Why you even do that? But they'll have the same mindset. They have the same mind-numbingly dumb mindset that they're trying to get in the middle of a fight and break it up. You see what I mean? So anyway, the moms, right? The old moms, she got in the middle of the fight, try to break it up. And you know what I believe? I'm gonna tell you what I believe. I believe that I believe she was handicapped to a certain degree, but I mean, she probably was trying to buck the system somehow. She probably receiving some type of SSI check, or either that, or she's probably got some type of lawsuit going on. Maybe she probably fell inside of some type of grocery store, and she was standing up, right? She was standing up. She was like, wait a minute, I'm getting filmed. I'm being filmed. So she flops on the ground and falls on the ground, right? And that's the thing I look like. She flops and falls on the ground. No one touched her. No one hit her. She's seen that she was being recorded. So what the mom does, she looks around and she flops and she falls. You see what I mean? So, but the thing, if she really fell, if she really passed out and fainted, she would have just fell and like really just hurt herself, right? But notice the way that she fall. If you guys seen this video, right? Notice how the mom fall. And the one who's breaking up the fight, the mom who's breaking up the fight, right? Notice how she falls. She makes sure she falls on her butt first. When she falls on her butt and she casually falls down. Like she made sure she didn't hurt herself when she fell. You see what I mean? So like, I was like, okay, that's so dramatic, so theatrical, the way she fell, because and then after she fell, right? The dude, they helped her up, whatever. And she like was really theatrical. Look, I'm so hurt. Oh my God, I'm so hurt. Right. So after they helped her up, whatever, the girl who was taking her for her boyfriend, the sister told the boyfriend, your girlfriend hit mom. Like she punched on mom. She drop kicked and punched mom. He said, what, you hit my mom's? So now he's beating up his girlfriend. The dude, he's a fat bastard. He's a big, fat, ugly bastard. And dude, you're a fat, ugly bastard. And you had no business trying to, and I'm going to say it like this. I think the dude was he was doing too much. And I'm going to say this. He probably maybe hear the podcast, maybe don't, maybe get to him, maybe won't. But I'm going to say it like this. You're fat, out of shape, blubbery bastard. You see what I mean? And the way you punched on women like that wasn't cool, bro. Like that wasn't cool how you punched on women. And if you hear this, like, and I'm going to say it like this. Like, I'm in Southern California. I'm in Los Angeles. If you want to see these hands head up, we can go. Like I go with the dude head up, like straight like that. You see what I mean? Not trying to go. I'm not going to look to fight the dude, but if you hear the podcast, I'm going to tell you like this. If you confront me about my podcast and you say, dude, dude, you were talking all that trash about your, I'm like, yeah, I was. Let's go. What you trying to say? Like I'm coming off the shirt. We can have it right there, but I'm going to tell you like this. You're not going to last not even 2 seconds with me. How you was punching on them women and how you got into a fight with that other boy, that black dude, bro, I'm not the one. I'm really not the one. Like I put these hands on you, something crucial, knock you cold out. Believe that. You see what I mean? So with that being said, I have to talk about the fight. Let that being said, and I'm done with that subject matter. Done talking about the fight, now the fighting and everything else. Yeah. More of the story is this. Don't make a spectacle of yourselves. You made black people look bad, because all black people are not like them scumbags. All black people aren't like them. They're just a bunch of idiots who embarrass themselves. That's just basically what it is. And it's repulsive. It's disgusting. It's repulsive. That's just what it is. More of the story. Don't embarrass yourself. And cooler heads prevail. Now I'm officially done with that subject matter. Now, no more trending topics. And I gotta share this last. So you know what? The other week I was talking and someone asked me about my favorite childhood memories, and I have a bunch of childhood memories. So many that are growing up that I really that I really hold dear to me. So I'm gonna talk about the fact somebody brought it up to me, and we're in summertime, right? And I hope you guys having a good summer. I'm talking about a childhood memory, a few childhood memories of mine. I was in the summertime, and I just got another phone call from a scammer. It said scam likely. I'm sure you guys get all them phone calls. Next podcast, I'm going to destroy all you scam phone calls. I'm going to destroy you guys in my next podcast, but not this one. So anyway, talk about my childhood memory and a few memories or whatever. Back in Michigan when I was a child, whatever. Summertime, right? Here's the difference between the East Coast and West Coast in childhood, right? On the East Coast, Midwest, if you will, when I was in Michigan, Lansing, Michigan, we played a game called Curveball. And it's like funny, right? We play a game called Curveball. And for those of y'all in Michigan who's listening, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you guys who aren't in Michigan or on the East Coast, I'm going to explain what Curveball is. Okay, let's say, if you like a residential street, you drive down a residential street and you have curves on both sides, cars parks on both sides of the curve, right? Cars park on both sides of the curve. And, you know, when you park on both sides of the curve, sometimes cars aren't parked on the curve. So how you play curveball is you have one person on each side on across the street from each other on each side of the curve, and you have a ball, right? Like a basketball. Basically, it has to be a basketball. You can use a volleyball too. You can use a volleyball. But you know, it has to be like a round ball, basically a big round ball. So basketball is the ideal ball to use. So basically you throw the ball, you throw the ball on to your opponent's side of the curve, and the ball hit the curve and come back. That's the point. It got to hit the curve and come back, because you have to have an insane amount of accuracy to make that happen. You got to have an insane amount of accuracy to make that happen. So, if you don't, you know, the ball will bounce, hit the street, and the other person get their turn. So that's basically curveball. And we will have tournaments. We have curveball tournaments and everything else. But before I get to the curveball tournament, we also will play like a tag. We will play this tag game where we play at night, right? Or we could play any time of the day, where 50 kids will play, like up to 50 kids will play. And we would all put money in, like say everybody put like about $5 in. 50 times 5, you guys can do the math how much money that is, but that's how much money we will win if you win the game. It's basically, don't get me wrong, I'm just telling you guys a few of my memories. Get back to it, because this is a funny story. It's really funny about my childhood. I'm getting to it. Just let me say this really quick. So anyway, getting back to the curveball in a minute, but let me say this. There's another game we will play. So let's say 50 kids will play, and we'll go hide and seek, we'll hide, right? And like if you catch somebody, you tag them. One person has to be it from the beginning. One person's it. And if the person tags somebody else, the other person has to help them find everybody else, right? You have to help them find everybody else. So now 2 people searching. So it started off with 50 people. One person's it. If one person tagged one person, and that other person who got tagged, they have to help them find everybody else, right? So then now 2 people trying to find 48 people. And the more people you tag, the more people have to help you find the next person. So the game could be really tricky, because like, say for example, you don't know who's it or not. Like, you don't know. You got to go off instinct. And like, you know, it was this female, right? Few females or people, whatever. She seemed like a semi-decent female. Her name was Tanya at the time. Her name was Tanya. And Tanya, right? You know, like I didn't win the game. I mean, I won before, but I didn't win this particular game, right? Because let's say you're it, right? And you'll see one of your friends, like I see, say for example, I see, let's call him, let's say, but no, I'm gonna use my boy Chucky. I'm gonna use Chucky. Like say, Chucky, what's up, bro? Where you at? He said, bro, yeah, this and that. So come on, let's go hide, right? But you're like, wait a minute, I don't know if you didn't get tagged or not. Like, you have to know that the other person didn't get tagged. But as soon as you touch close to them and they touch you, they're like, oh, dude, you're at the whole thing. And I got you. And like, oh, no way, dude. Oh my gosh. Like now they tricked you. Now you got to help find everybody else. You got to help to find those who aren't it, right? So, you have to use instinct. You have to use intuition to know who's telling you the truth and who's lying. You know, like, so say you run it and we play this game throughout the neighborhood. We play the game and you run across your friends, like my boy Tyrone. I'm like, T, what's up? He'd be like, oh, you know, Zach, what's up, bro? I'm like, oh, dude, did they tag you? No, they didn't tag me. Are you lying? No, I'm not lying. They didn't tag me. Dude, you're not lying, are you? No, I'm not lying. Dude, they didn't tag me. Dude, stay away from me, bro. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You know, you don't know. Like, it just like, you have to use instinct, intuition. So if they start chasing you, like, oh yeah, why are you running after me? Yeah, you're it. So you got to run, because now they're chasing you because they're really it. So you got to use intuition or whatever. But I'm going to tell you what happened to me, right? What happened to me? I seen Tanya, back to Tanya, right? So I happened to run into Tanya, and Tanya starts running from me. She said, oh my gosh, she's running. I'm like, dude, Tanya, I'm not it. It's good. It's cool. She's like, oh my gosh, I thought you were in. I thought you were trying to chase me. I'm like, no, I'm not chasing you. Come on, Tanya, let's go hide. So me and Tanya going to hide or whatever. And as we're running hide, she grabs me. She said, got you. And I said, oh, you whore. Like, excuse me. No, I didn't say whore. I did not say that. But I was so mad. I was so mad because I wanted to win the money, right? I wanted to win the money. So she tricked me. She acted like she was running away from me, when in actuality, she was it the whole time. She was one of the people who were trying to catch other people. So now I got to catch other people, and I'm it. You get it. So that's the kind of games we'll play. I think I won like once. You know, I won the pot one time, but I didn't win that particular game. But that was one of the games we'll play. But anyway, back to the curveball. Okay, funny story, right? Funny story. And basically it's about Rhonda, this female named Rhonda. Rhonda, she's handicapped. She has a speech impediment and she's wheelchair bound to a certain degree. But before I get to Rhonda, I'm going to tell you what led up to Rhonda. Anyway, so curveball tournament, right? So, it was this dude, this white kid named Junior. He was like the best curveballer I've ever seen, right? And he was an odds-on favorite to win the entire tournament. He was an odds-on favorite, but I was pretty good too. Like, but everybody, like in a tournament, again, we put money into it. Like, let's say it'd be like between 40 and 50 people in the tournament, and like let's say, it's elimination. You have a winner's bracket, you have a loser's bracket, and then you make it to the final round or whatever, right? This is games we would play in my hometown. So anyway, I was playing a game, whatever, right? I won like about my first 6 games. And like when you, like how you play, you draw, how you get your opponents, they put names in like this, hat and they shake the names up and whoever you pick, that's who you got to go up against, after you win the first round of the tournament, right? So, I mean, you win your rounds. So, just so happened, I got to like the 3rd round, and guess what? And you guessed it. Guess who they put me up against? They put me up against Junior. I'm like, crap! Like, I did not want to play this dude, right? So naturally, I couldn't say I didn't want to play him. You know what I mean? I couldn't say, oh man, I don't want to play this dude, because I knew he was gonna wipe the floor. I was gonna get bodied. He was gonna body me. Like, I knew for sure that I could not beat this dude. This dude is super good. So, I said, I told crap, I gotta get myself out of this. I gotta get myself out of this situation. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking, right? And people are like, dude, how you gonna face Junior? What are you gonna do, man? Like, what are you gonna do? I said, dude, I know, exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna beat him. I know his weakness. Like, I can't wait to play him, because the thing about it is this. And I told Junior, your time has come, bro. Like, it's over with. I'm about to beat you. It's over, bro. Like, you hit a brick wall this time. He's like, oh yeah, you think you're gonna beat me? Well, we'll just see about that. I said, oh yeah, we're gonna see about that. I'm gonna wipe the floor with you, bro. I mean, that just was gonna happen. I said, okay, maybe I can get him psychologically. Cause I'm thinking to myself, in my own mind, I'm thinking, I know for sure I'm not going to beat him. Maybe I can beat him psychologically. Right. And I know it's not going to work. Like, I mean, but I'm hoping it'll work. And I seen it work. I'm like, crap, I got to figure out how to get out of this. Right. So, right before the match grade happened, right. Right before the match grade happened, they said, okay, our players get ready. Cause they have somebody who's mediating the whole thing. Players get ready. We have another match, Zach versus Junior. This is going to be a good match and everything else. And I hear people mumbling, oh, Junior's going to cream him. Like, Junior's going to really just wipe the floor with him. Oh yeah, he's not going to last 1 second with Junior. Basically everybody knows Junior's going to beat me. But I know Junior's going to beat me, but I can't let them know that I think that Junior's going to beat me. So here's what I do, right? I think fast. So I'm walking to the curb. I'm kind of jogging, and I do just like the old lady did, like the old black lady, how she flopped on the ground. I did the same exact thing. I flopped on the ground, right? Because it takes one to know one. That's why I know. So I flopped on the ground. I said, "Oh my gosh, my leg! Oh my god, my leg is hurt! Oh crap!" So my leg is hurting, and they're like, "Oh no, Zach, are you okay, dude? Are you okay? What's going on?" I said, "Oh, my leg, dude. This is hurt." I said, "Come on, I gotta play this match, though. I gotta play this match. Oh, my leg." And they're like, "Oh no, you can't play like that. You're hurt. You're injured. You can't play hurt and you're injured." I said, "Yeah, but I gotta still play, man. I mean, They said, "No, we're gonna give you, somebody else got to take his spot. We're gonna give you a bypass. We're just gonna have to advance him to the next round, or he got to find him another opponent." I said, "Fine. If that's what you guys want to do, fine." Oh my gosh, my leg. So people are like, honestly, I'm nowhere near hurt. I mean, my leg is fine, but I mean, I had to worm my way out of the match, right? Worm my way out of the match. So anyway, I'm sitting down and people are like, I'm getting crowded by some people. They say, "Yeah, dude, here, put some ice on him. Get him some ice." So I'm putting ice on my leg and everything else. So, even Junior like, "Wow, dude, you really want to play me. I'm sorry this happened." I said, "It's all right, bro. I mean, maybe we'll play soon, but I wish you the best of luck." Now I'm being a bigger person, being a big person. And I'm like, people are like, I'm getting the sympathy, and I'm getting love and sympathy from everybody else, even though I totally faked my injury, right? So as I'm sitting there, I'm alone. I'm sitting there by myself, and Rhonda comes over there, and she's in a wheelchair, right? She wheelchairs over there, and mind you, she's God bless people who are handicapped. God bless people who are disabled. But here's what Rhonda, she comes over there, and I'm gonna describe Rhonda to you guys, kind of have an idea. Rhonda, she's heavy set, kind of heavy set. She has like a Hillary Duff look to her. She has like a kind of like a Hillary Duff kind of look to her. I mean, best if I can describe her. She was kind of like, she had like kind of like reddish, blondish kind of hair, and kind of like yeah, she was like a Hillary Duff kind of white chick kind of looking, but she had a speech impediment, and she was in a wheelchair. I mean, she could walk, but she couldn't kind of walk, but not really. I mean, one of her legs was kind of crooked or whatever. She really couldn't walk that well. Anyway, she wheelchairs over to me, right? So I'm sitting there. I'm like, Rhonda, what do you want? Right? I'm like, Rhonda, what do you want? She's like, in her exact words, right? That's what she says to me. Rhonda says, you, and I'm like, what is she trying to sneeze? Like, Rhonda, what is it? She's like, cheated. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what did you just say to me? And she's like, you cheated. I'm like, what do you mean I cheated? I mean, Rhonda, what are you kidding me? I'm like, my leg is hurt. I'm sitting here, my leg is swollen up. I got ice on my leg. You sitting here talking trash. We talking about I cheated. Are you kidding me right now? I said, Rhonda, I don't need to hear this. I mean, really, just get away from me with your bull crap. I mean, just please, Rhonda, just please. You see, I'm hurt. You see, my leg is hurt. I mean, I can't believe you. You would think you would have a heart. You think you have a heart, and you think you'd be sympathetic towards my situation right now. You would think, but you sitting here trying to ridicule me. Rhonda, I don't want to hear it. Just get away from me, right? So I tell her that, right? So as soon as I say that to her, here's her next word. She said, bullshit. That's she tell me. I'm like, so I'm lost for words, right? I'm lost for words because there's someone here who sees through my bullcrap. You know what I mean? I'm like, so now I'm shocked. I'm looking. I'm like, so I mean, I didn't say anything else. I'm just kind of looking at her. She's looking at me. She's know I'm lying. I know she's know I'm lying now. The jig is up. So she's kind of wheelchairs herself away somewhere. So I'm like, wow, this girl actually seen through my bullcrap. I fooled everybody else, but this girl who's has a speech impediment and she's physically handicapped, she actually seen through the bullcrap that I did. So after that happened, I looked at Rhonda in a whole different light, a whole different perspective, a whole different light, right? But I'm gonna give you more info. I'm gonna give you even more history on it. I would go to my boy's house. I would go to my boy's house, whatever. And my boy Robbie, I would go to his house. And when I go to his house, and Rhonda lived there. Like they had a huge house, and prior to the curveball tournament, Rhonda would be around there, and I would see her, and I would see my boy Robbie and the rest of them, and his sister Cheryl. It was Cheryl, Rhonda, Robbie, and a few other people, right? And Robbie was one of my. We would all hang out. Tyrone would go over there with us, and every time, she would say stuff, and they would always, when I first met them, I met all of them. They'll say, "Oh yeah, here's Rhonda, whatever." Like, hey, you're not. I would meet all of them, but they would always yell at her and everything. So every time Rhonda would say stuff, like, "Rhonda, you need to." That's why, and they would call her, "You retarded, and this, you don't know nothing you're talking about. You need to just shut your mouth." Like they would always talk trash to her. But I didn't think of it. But now when I look back at it, after what happened to me, I said, oh, it started to make sense now. It started to make sense. I said, so this is why they would yell at her and go crazy at her, because she would really tell the truth. Like she had so much sense to be in that position that she was in, to be handicapped. That's why they would always yell at her. And that's why they would go crazy at her, because she would tell the truth and they didn't want to hear her truth. I said, oh, so it makes sense. Okay. So I said, oh, so that's why they would get angry at her when she'd say stuff. And I said, okay, cool. It all made sense, right? Because she would always be around there saying stuff, and then, say, Rhonda, you need to shut your mouth. You need to shut your mouth, Rhonda. Like they would always get mad at her. And I see why they got mad. I said, oh, okay, cool. So here's what started happening, right? Here's what happened. I started kind of going over there more, and I would hear them yell at Rhonda leave a little more. And it even got to a point, right? My boy Antoine, back to Tanya, right? And Tanya would come over once a week or whatever, and I would notice when Tanya would come over, and Tanya, she was a cute girl. She was a cute girl with, with a nice body about her. She was this black chick. And, at the time, her and Robbie was kind of talking a little bit, and then it was me, Tyrone, Robbie, then Tanya would come around because, Tanya and Robbie had a thing. And, when Antoine would come over, he would come through, and I would notice his behavior. I'd be like, dude, like, calm down. Like, he would, like, I was like, sometimes I didn't know, like, I didn't have the common sense. I didn't know. And, sometimes, he would get aggressive in his demeanor, and I had no clue as to why. And, so one time, people would, Tanya would, she would, Rhonda, she would like often talk to herself, but when she would talk to herself, she would make a lot of sense, right? I mean, she wouldn't talk to herself. She would talk to people, but everybody would always ignore her. But now I had because she called me out on my bullcrap, my ear was open to her, receptive to her, because she called me out on my bullcrap. So I hear Rhonda in the background talking. Oh, he's over here because he he likes Tanya. He wants to be with Tanya himself. I'm like, oh, so I'm like, okay, but people ignoring what she's saying. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they ignoring her. So I put Antoine to the side. One time I said, hey, let me talk to you I need to holler at you for a second. He's like, yeah, what's up, man? I said, you know what? I said, bro, if you thinking, dude, check it out. I see through your bullcrap. What are you talking about? I said, the reason why you just showing off in front of Tanya. That's why you over here every time she's here. You happen to come by when she's here, and you want to get all aggressive and talk crazy because you like her for yourself, bro. You think you're fooling somebody, but I see through he said, oh man, what would make you say that? What make you say that? I said, don't worry about what make me say that. Just know that I know, bro. Just know that I know. And look, man, don't go tell Robbie that, man. Come on, man. Like, I said, man, what is it? I said, he said, man, what make you, like, so how did you know this? Well, what make you say? I said, bro, just check it out. Just don't worry about all that. Just know that I know, man. Just know that I know, man. So look, just when you come here, just throw all that out and everything else. So now he's sweating. I said, based on the fact he's sweating bullets, I said, okay, cool. There's some truth behind it. I know for a fact that it's the truth because he's sweating. I see the lie all over him. I see the guilt all over his face. I'm like, wow, this Rhonda chick really got good sense. I said, okay, cool. So every so often I would go around there and kind of I would, hang out with Rhonda, have her come with me a few places because I was in this Street Fighter tournament. Like it was a tournament. It was like a Street Fighter tournament. Like for those you don't know, it was a Street Fighter 2 tournament. It's a fighting game. It's a fighting game, Street Fighter 2. And I was in a tournament, right? And which I ended up winning that tournament. I ended up winning, but I'm going to tell you how. Anyway, so people, they were like, my boy AJ was like, bro, what is it that with you would, you hanging out with Rhonda all of a sudden more, like you bringing around you. And I said, bro, don't get me wrong. I'm just giving back to the community. I mean, she's handicapped and, I think people should give back, so that's what I'm doing. I'm giving back, I'm just kind of giving back to the community a little bit. I mean, I think people should go to their communities and for those who are unfortunate and people who are poor and people who are handicapped, I think people should take more time out with them. So that's basically all I'm doing. Taking time out, with her, just, I'm giving back, bro. That's basically what I'm doing. So he looked at me. He says, dude, are you hitting that? I said, what are you talking about? Are you kidding me right now? I said, dude, don't get at me. Like, bro, no, like, don't. But I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, come to think about it. She does have a big butt. Her butt is kind of big and, and she, I'm like, I said, I think I'd hit it. I would hit. I'm thinking this in my mind, but at the same, I'm thinking, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I'm like, dude, get away from me with your bull crap, dude. Just go somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm thinking this to myself. And, I'm like, yeah, her butt is kind of big though. Come to mention, I didn't think about it now that me mention that. So I'm thinking that to myself, right? So anyway, back to what I was saying, to the tournament, right? So back to the tournament, and I was in a Street Fighter 2 tournament, and so I have Rhonda with me. I have I have this other chick named Rachel. She's with me. I have my boy Matt Hart. Me and Matt Hart was cool at the time, and we're all with me, and I'm in a tournament. So it was this dude named Evie, this black kid he wore glasses. He was like super nerdy. His name was Evie. And, so anyway, he's in a tournament as well. So it's like about 20 people in the tournament, about 20. And so I'm looking around. I have Ronda with me, and we're all there because I need her intuition. I need her intuition. I need her insight. So I'm looking at the different opponents and everything else. And don't get me wrong, I have game. My game is good. My game is good. I have a really insane skill set. So so she tells me, I see that dude. I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude. You know, I'm seeing him in the tournament and everything. I'm like, I want to play this guy. I said he should be an easy target. I should probably take him out first. So I tell Rhonda, I say, hey Rhonda, what do you think about this dude? You know, this dude with the glasses, this black kid with the gas. You think I can beat him? And she looks at him, and she looks at me, and she goes straight like this. She said, you're gonna lose. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, so she telling me I'm going to lose to this dude. I said, okay, I better not play him. So, he was like one of the first dudes to play. So he went up against his other guy, and he used his main character was like Ryu at the time. And so he played another dude. It was like, when he played the other guy, for those you don't know, Street Fighter Tournament is like a fighting game where, you know, you pick characters, you fight with characters. So anyway, the dude named Evie, I believe his name was, he went up against his first opponent, and I'm watching the game, whatever, and the game didn't even last, not even a good 5 minutes. Like, it was like round 1, fight, and like you get KO. I was like, dang, man, that dude is good. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you get KO. I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, that dude is real. That dude would have creamed me. You see what I mean? I'm like, damn, I'm glad I didn't play him. So, I was like, crap, man. Okay, I got to do something. You know, like I'm winning my games. He's winning his games. And, it came down to last 2. So, but before the game, I had Rachel go talk to the dude a little bit and kind of fill him out. And, come to find out, he wasn't supposed to be in the tournament. No way. Because the thing about it was he lied to his mom and he told his mom that he was going to be somewhere else. And I said, okay, cool. So, she got his number, whatever. So when she got his number, she gave me his number. She's like, look, here's his number. I like, oh, good, Rachel, good looking out. Okay, cool. Cause the thing was, we were going to split the pot. I was going to get the majority of the pot, but they were going to split the pot if I won a tournament. So anyway, long story short, this is all childhood memories. So, long story short or whatever, I called his mom, I called his mom like maybe, 2 matches before I met up with him, because him and myself were going to meet up in the final round. So I called his mom. I said, she's like, yes. She says, hello. I said, yeah, can I speak to Evie, please? And she said, oh no, he's not here. He's at an after school program, but he'll be home. I'm going to pick him up shortly. I said, excuse me. Well, not to burst your bubble, ma'am, but, your son, Evie, he's not home. I'll just asking y'all to tell you that he's in a Street Fighter tournament, and a Street Fighter 2 tournament. He lied to you and said he's going to be at the tournament. I mean, he's going to be at the program, but he's really getting ready to play in a tournament right now as we speak. She said, okay, how do you know this? Who are you? Who did you? And he's a black. How them black moms get. She's like, are you kidding me? Are you better not? Wait, who's it telling me? I said, I'm just a little birdie. I'm just a little birdie whispering in your ear. So, yeah. She's like, oh, hell no. Oh, no, he didn't. I'm about to, okay, thank you, whoever. I'm about to get over. I'm gonna get up right now. I'm like, cool. So I'm like, yes, let's ensure my victory, right? Because for sure I wasn't going to beat him. Like, I knew that for a fact. So now he plays his match. I play my match. And now it's down to the final 2 matches, which is him and me. Him and me were the final 2 in the tournament. So, they're talking to us. He's like, so what you gonna do? I'm like, oh man, I seen him play. My main character was Ken. His main character is Ryu. We both use these Shoto characters. I said, I've seen his game. I said, I see weakness in this game. I'm going to exploit his weakness. And, so he telling me, dude, he said, I seen him play too. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I seen him play too. I'm just gonna beat him. I'm just gonna just pretty much punch on him. I'm gonna punch on him, and I'm gonna get him in the corner, and I'm gonna do him like I do everyone else. Yeah, this game is pretty much mine. So, this is not gonna take long. He's an okay player, but I'm just gonna cream him. I'm like, oh, you think you're going to be? Okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do no more talking. Let's just play. Like, I'm ready to play, right? And at this, I'm like, man, where's his mom at? She's taking forever. I'm like, oh my God. So it's the best of 5, right? It's the best of 5. So we start to play, right? First round 1, fight. So as soon as we start to fight, right? You're like, KO. Like, I'm like, oh, I lost the first game. Crap. Like he's doing everything he said he's going to do to me. Like he was doing it. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, where is she? What's taking her so long? Right. So, round 2, fight. So like, KO. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, okay. He won the first game. So we got still more games left and everything. And, so his mom comes in. Fine. I'm like, damn, what took her so long? She's like, boy, what the boyfriend don't get your ass over here? I told you to be at school. She's like, but mom, I gotta finish the game, mom. Like, no, hell no, I told you, boy. She's like, I'm gonna tell your father, your dad. She's like, he's like, oh my gosh, mom, how'd you know I was here? Who told you? I'm like, so he left. Now he's gone. They said, wow, I said, man, I had him where I won. I said, no, dude. I said, mom, you gonna let him finish or what? He said, no, he can't. He got homework to do. He lied to me. And you're on punishment. She's like, but mom, I gotta do it. No, mom. I mean, like, and she's like, no, boy, didn't I tell you to come? Boy, you better not. Boy, I told you. You know how they get the black moms. Boy, you better not talk back to me. I know that. So, they're like, wow, well, I guess by forfeit, Zach wins. I'm like, oh yes, I won a tournament. Oh my God. Right. So I win. And to this day, I have the trophy. I have the trophy for my to this day. But, I was a kid. You didn't know any better. I feel horrible about it. And I'm sure he's probably not going to hear the podcast. But if you hear the podcast, I totally cheated and I won because I called his mom. But so, yeah, I think I won like about a couple $100. And so I split some with Rhonda. And I split some with other people. I kept like about $100 of the pot. So yeah, just childhood memories with you guys, and glad I was able to share that. So more of the story is, here's a more of the story. Cheaters never prosper, but you're like, dude, you just prosper. You just completely prosper, won a trophy and pizza and money. But yeah, still, pizza never. Cheaters never prosper. Cheaters never prosper. So good to do things the right way. And I'm just sharing some childhood memories with you guys. So yeah. We out of time. We out of time. And yeah. I'm glad I was able to share this podcast with you guys because it's been gone for a long time. And thank you guys for listening.
Everybody, please.
I'll be doing another podcast. Check out my YouTube channel, The Word of Vlad Brad. Follow me on Facebook, Zach Morrison. Instagram, Vlad Brad _world_1. With that being said, I am gone.
I feel like $1,000,000, but my money don't really feel like I do. And from the ground, I built my own damn buzz. People was amazed I was still in high school, but now I'm out. And money what I'm about, trying to get so much that I can't keep count. New kicks give me cushion like whoopee. Keep a smile like an eating pork cookie. Everything good, I'm white